here?
There was moments where we got to laugh, you know, but for the most part, he's a dickhead. You know, you look at the way that he treats his staff members. He brought like 10 yes men out with him and literally, go get me my water. Where's my this? Why is that this? It was just, he just bosses guys around. You know, and the times we weren't filming, he wasn't very sociable with the people on set. He's just a dickhead. I think people that really work with him knows that.
I'm gonna tell you one thing. When I was in that press fight with Jon Jones, I was still undefeated at the time. And we were at the MGM Grand, and he headbutted me, like put his head on me. So I push him. He's an alpha male too. So the fucker attacks me.
Right.
Right? So we get to fighting.
Oh boy.
So we get to fighting, right? And we're fighting, and Joe, the security guard from the UFC, falls under me. But now I'm on my back as we go flying off the stage. I will say there was a thought to bite the motherfucker. Because like, what am I doing on my back?
Can't be in the GOAT conversation.
I don't believe that. I don't believe that he should be considered the greatest of all time. I've said that. You can't, Shannon, steroids.
Yes.
In fighting is much different than anything else in the world.
They make you stronger. They make you faster. They give you endurance.
Recovery ability when you train.
That's mainly what steroids do.
Yeah, people
it allows you to go there and go hard tomorrow, and go hard the day after, and go hard the day after, and go hard the day after. That's when you grow. That's when you become better.
Yep.
Because it gets to a point where you're like, damn, I can't give you everything today.
Yes.
But you can go back to back to back.
And that was me at 36, right? Even though I was the best I could ever be, I'm working as hard as I could ever work in my life, knowing that I have to be ready. At 36, he's 28, right?
So he's in his prime.
He's in his prime. But that's the fight that he actually tested positive, and they made it a no contest.
Mm-hmm.
So while I don't
Did you suspect
No.
at the time when you were in there with him that there's something that might not be on the up and up?
No. I didn't suspect. He felt like he was always strong.
Right.
He was always strong. He was always big. He was always in shape. It wasn't nothing that surprised me. What sucked was that I felt like I moved past it, right? Like, okay, this dude beat me twice. This shit's over. Like, there's nothing I'm gonna do to be the champ, because if I can't beat him, nobody else is beating him. That's the truth, right? I was like, yo, if I ain't beating him, the rest of these dudes ain't beating him, because I know how much.
Right.
Because when I fight the other ones, I destroy them.
Right.
The idea that Jon Jones and I would wrestle a match, like literally get into a stance and wrestle a match. Listen to what Islam said.
Ну, знаете, это такое противостояние, где только в борьбе Cormier может потянуть Джон Джонсом, потому что Джон Джонс хорошо борется, но борьба это стихия Cormier, и это парень олимпийского уровня, это большой уровень.
This is the world champion, Islam Makhachev. He knows. I mean, it's really hard to understand that even at 46 years old, 46, I still coach wrestling. I still wrestle 3 days a week with the kids. I'm still drilling. I'm still doing moves. I don't understand how this idea that I could lose a wrestling match is out there. But I guess we could find out. And guess what? I'm not the only one talking about a wrestling match between Jon Jones and I. I'm just the only one doing it publicly. Stay tuned, because if he steps on that line, I'm taking this dude 10-0.
He headbutted me. Then the lights went out. I was on my back, flying off the stage at the MGM Grand Mid-Brawl with Jon Jones, a security guard collapsing beneath us. In that split second, a primal thought flashed through my mind to bite the mother f***. This wasn't a press conference anymore. It was an all-out street fight, a flashpoint that ignited one of MMA's most bitter rivalries, proving that even years later, the raw tension between these two still has the power to explode. The animosity was palpable, a stark reminder of how deep old wounds run.
Besides Jones and DC, and then we'll take Conor out of the equation, because Conor had a couple opponents like Khabib and Nate Diaz where it got real tense. What's the #1 most tense rivalry that comes to mind that you've had to be a part of?
It would absolutely be those two. They fist fought.
Oh, yeah.
In the lobby of the MGM.
Yeah.
So
Dave Schaller in the middle of him.
yeah,
Scholler?
Scholler blew that one. Yeah.
He's an all-time picture of just his panicked face in the middle of the two of them. Yeah, wasn't going to be able to pull those two guys apart.
The hardest thing is that when you're there, you know, you're not there for a photo op. You're there to make sure these guys don't touch or disrespect each other. Once somebody feels disrespected, then they got to get their, you know, they got to get theirs in. And I don't care who the fuck you are. You're not stopping shit.
No.
Once some of these guys decide to go, you know, you're not.
Years later, that animosity hasn't faded. It has just shifted forms, erupting again on a Russian reality show. Daniel Cormier admits their history will never be clean, but insists his fighting days are behind him, making the dynamic less nasty, though still argumentative. However, Jones claims the whole experience was depressing, painting Cormier as a stuffy person who made the set unbearable, a stark contrast to the fun, light-hearted seasons he had experienced previously with fighters like Diaz and Masvidal, implying Cormier actively ruined the chemistry.
Forget.
Yeah, if you speak about the last episode and this one, what's the difference between them?
The last season and this season, I would say the biggest difference is getting to enjoy working with awesome fighters with awesome personalities. Last season I was with Diaz, I was with Masvidal, and I was with Yoel Romero. It was so much fun, it was lighthearted, it was cool, we made good memories, we hung out with each other. This season is against Daniel Cormier. Oh man, what a stuffy, just dickhead Cormier really is. I think if you really get to know Daniel Cormier, he's really not.
Jones's accusation cut deep. Cormier, he claims, surrounds himself with 10 yes men, constantly barking orders like, "Go get me my water," treating staff like personal servants. Off camera, Jones observed that Cormier was unsociable, aloof, and made no effort to connect with anyone on set, especially the fighters. This behavior, Jones asserts, isn't just part of the rivalry. It's a reflection of Cormier's true character, a domineering presence creating a tense, uneasy atmosphere far removed from the laid-back chemistry Jones expected.
Oh, he was an asshole. I mean, he didn't really connect with any of the fighters here. He's just an asshole. I tried to make peace with him many times, and he made it very clear that he wants to be enemies for the rest of his life because how lucrative it is. And he's just a, I don't know.
Cormier, however, sees Jones as the real instigator, recalling how the rivalry kicked off this season with a surprise video message. Jones appeared on screen alongside a Russian fighter, delivering an unmistakable challenge directly to DC. For Cormier, it was classic Jones, a deliberate move to put him on the spot, knowing full well that DC would always respond to a direct challenge, regardless of the years past or the new context. It was a reminder that some things never change between them, no matter the stage.
Here.
There was moments where we got to laugh, you know, but for the most part, he's a dickhead. You know, you look at the way that he treats his staff members. He brought like 10 yes men out with him and literally, "Go get me my water. Where's my this? Why is that this?" It was just, he just bosses guys around. You know, and the times we weren't filming, he wasn't very sociable with the people on set. He's just a dickhead. I think people that really work with him will know.
But the deepest wound, according to Cormier, traces back to Jones's repeated substance issues. DC is blunt. Jones cannot be in the greatest of all time, GOAT conversation because of steroids. He explains they give an unfair advantage, boosting strength, speed, endurance, and crucial recovery ability that allows fighters to train harder day after day, week after week. This fundamental difference, Cormier argues, taints Jones's legacy and separates him from true champions who achieved greatness clean.
Being around Jon Jones it's different because we had such a bad history. But the reality is I'm done fighting now, and it's like that part of it's gone, so it's not nearly as nasty. But I think that we've done a good job of being professional as much as we can. Obviously, we argue a lot, but that's just the status of our relationship. But I think that we've gotten to a point in our lives where we can be in the same area without trying to fight each other.
Cormier highlights his own sacrifice, pushing his body to the absolute limit at 36, clean, and working harder than ever to be ready. Meanwhile, Jones, in his prime at 28, tested positive for performance-enhancing drugs in their defining fight, which was later declared a no contest. This stark contrast is central to Cormier's argument, making it impossible for him to view Jones's achievements as untainted. It is a point of contention that continues to fuel their bitter feud, a shadow hanging over Jones's career.
Can't be in the GOAT conversation.
I don't believe that. I don't believe that he should be considered the greatest of all time. I've said that. You can't, Shannon, steroids
Yes.
in fighting is much different than anything else in the world.
They make you stronger. They make you faster. They give you endurance.
Recovery ability when you train.
That's mainly what steroids do.
Yeah, people
it
don't
allows
realize
you to go there and go hard tomorrow, and go hard the day after, and go hard the day after, and go hard the day after. That's when you grow. That's when you become better.
Yep.
Because it gets to a point where you're like, damn, I can't give you everything today.
Yes.
But you can go back to back to back.
And that was me at 36, right? Even though I was the best I could ever be, I'm working as hard as I could ever work in my life, knowing that I have to be ready. At 36, he's 28, right?
So he's in his prime.
He's in his prime. But that's the fight that he actually tested positive and they made it a no contest. So while
What makes this even more frustrating for Cormier is that he never suspected Jones was using during their actual fights. He genuinely believed Jones was naturally strong, always big, and perpetually in shape. The revelation after the fight was a complete shock, turning what he felt was an unbeatable rivalry into something far more insidious. This realization changed everything, making his 2 losses feel profoundly different and almost unchangeable, leaving him feeling like he could never truly beat a tainted opponent.